welcome to our channel. Today, I want to talk about one of the most powerful forces in the world, forgiveness. In a world often consumed by anger, resentment, and revenge, forgiveness stands as a beacon of hope, compassion, and healing. It is not a sign of weakness, but rather a manifestation of strength and courage. When we forgive, we break the chains that bind us to the past. We release ourselves from the burden of carrying grudges and resentments, and we open our hearts to the possibility of reconciliation and peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or condoning hurtful actions. It means choosing to let go of the pain and anger and to move forward with love and understanding. Forgiveness has the power to transform lives, mend relationships, and create a more compassionate and just world. It liberates the soul and removes fear. So, let us embrace the power of forgiveness. Let us choose love over hate, understanding over judgment, and reconciliation over revenge. For in forgiveness, we find the true essence of our humanity and the potential to build a brighter future for all. So today's story is all about forgiveness and letting go. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there stood a mystical tree known as the Remorseful Oak. Legend had it that this ancient tree bore fruit unlike any other, fruit that had the power to reveal a person's greatest regret. At first, the townsfolk regarded the stories of the Remorseful Oak with skepticism. They couldn't fathom how a mere tree could possess such extraordinary abilities. Yet, curiosity eventually overcame doubt, and one by one they ventured into the forest to seek out the legendary tree. As word spread of the Remorseful Oak and its mystical fruit, people from far and wide began to visit the town, eager to confront their past mistakes and regrets. Some sought closure for long-held grievances, while others simply yearned for redemption. The first person to taste the fruit of the Remorseful Oak was an elderly widow named Pride. Haunted by the memory of a bitter argument with her late husband before his untimely passing, Pride approached the tree with trepidation. With each bite of the fruit, memories flooded back, and tears streamed down her cheeks as she relived the pain of their final exchange. Yet, in that moment of vulnerability, Pride found the courage to forgive herself and her husband, allowing her heart to heal. As more and more people came forward to partake of the Remorseful Oak's fruit, a remarkable transformation began to take place within the town. No longer burdened by the weight of their regrets, the townsfolk began to open up to one another, sharing their stories of remorse and redemption. Bonds were forged, friendships were strengthened, and a newfound sense of community blossomed. Among those who sought solace beneath the branches of the remorseful oak was a troubled young man named Ego, tormented by the guilt of a past mistake that had cost him his closest friendship. Ego had long been consumed by self-loathing. But as he tasted the fruit and faced his regret head on, he realized that forgiveness was not just about absolving others, it was also about forgiving oneself. Inspired by Ego's courage, the townsfolk rallied together to support one another on their journeys of self-discovery and healing. They held forgiveness ceremonies beneath the canopy of the remorseful oak, where people shared their regrets and offered forgiveness to one another, laying aside grudges and grievances in favor of compassion and understanding. Over time, the remorseful oak became more than just a mystical tree. It became a symbol of hope and renewal for the entire town. And as the seasons turned and the tree continued to bear its fruit, the people of the town embraced each new day with gratitude and humility, knowing that they had been given a second chance to make things right. And so, nestled in the heart of the forest, the remorseful oak stood as a silent witness to the transformative power of forgiveness, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always room for growth, redemption, and love.